Hello everyone. As you all know that the biggest outdoor fair on earth has started in Calgary, and we call it Stampede here. It is such a fun time in Calgary right now. Right now we are a party town, and if you haven't been here, I really want you to come and check it out. We actually get more than 1 million people coming to check it out every year. It is the biggest outdoor fair on earth. So now I'll get back to the report. Now let's talk about real estate market in Calgary. And you're probably wondering what is going on in the real estate market. How are the rising interest rates making any difference in prices in Calgary? But one thing is for sure that the numbers don't lie. Just as the interest rates are going up, usually it means that market will slow down and the inventory will go up. But the case is a little different right now, and we are obviously expecting that prices will be going down. But in Calgary right now, one thing is for sure, that is that we are struggling with the inventory levels. Even though we have been noticing that the sales are significantly down in detached and semi-detached home category, and that is because of the price increases that we have seen in the past few months in both categories, which have far exceeded our expectations. As we all know, that the interest rates will start to make an impact on the market, and we all see that in the coming months. We will all see that in the coming months. And as there is another interest rate hike coming up on July 13th, that'll definitely make a difference as well, which is expected by all the major banks and the analysts to be minimum 0.75% or even higher, to going up to 1%. Obviously, by the interest rates hikes that are going to impact the market, and we will see that in coming months. But in Calgary, one thing that we know is that the market is very affordable. People are still moving here. And it was obviously ranked third most livable city by Economist Intelligence Unit, which means we will have more people moving to Calgary in the near future, because market is very affordable compared to all the major cities. Now let's get back to the numbers. There were 2,842 sales recorded in June, which was a decrease of more than 2% compared to June 2021. When there were 2,914 total sales. There were 1,061 new listings that came into the market, which was a decrease of almost 2% compared to June 2021, when we had 4,134 new listings. The inventory was at 5,405 units up for sale, a drop of almost 22%. So I really want you to pay attention to the inventory numbers in all the categories. It was 22% down compared to 6,921 units in June 2021. Now let's talk about detached homes. In detached homes category, there were 1,483 sales, which was a decrease of more than 18%. That's very significant, but compared to June 2021, when we had 1,818 sales. But as I mentioned, our inventory is really low. There were 2,161 new listings that came into the market, which was a decrease of almost 10% compared to June 2021, when we had 2,393 new listings. So new listings were also less, and the inventory, as I mentioned, also decreased in June. We had 2,667 units up for sale, a decrease of more than 18% compared to June 2021, when we had 3,263 units up for sale. It just took an average about 24 days to sell a detached home in Calgary, compared to 27 days in June 2021. And the average price for detached homes jumped from 583,717 to 667,673, an increase of more than 14%, which is very significant. Now let's talk about the apartments. In apartments, sales have significantly improved. Now, as I mentioned, the detached and semi-detached homes have seen a significant decrease, but the apartment sector and the row houses have seen a significant increase. There were 581 sales in apartment sector, which was an increase of more than 31% compared to June 2021, when we had 442 sales. there were 932 new listings that came into the market, which was an increase of almost 25% compared to June 2021, when we only had 747 new listings. There were 1,526 units up for sale, a decrease of more than 22% compared to June 2021, when we had 1,963 units up for sale. It just took an average about 34 days to sell an apartment in Calgary compared to 55 days in June 2021. And the average price for apartments was at 279,802, an increase of almost 9% from 257,438. Now let's talk about semi-detached homes. As we mentioned, that the detached homes and semi-detached homes have seen a significant price increase in the last year. That has been affecting their sales. In semi-detached category, there were 223 sales, which was an increase, which was a decrease of more than 8% compared to June 2021, when we had 243 sales. There were 313 new listings that came into the market, which was also a decrease of 18%, which is very significant compared to June 2021, when we had 382 new listings. There were 413 units up for sale, which was a decrease of more than 30% compared to June 2021, when we had 593 units up for sale. As I mentioned, the inventory levels are significantly low. It just takes an average about 25 days to sell a semi-detached home in Calgary compared to 37 days in June 2021. And the average price for semi-detached homes was at $541,181, an increase of more than 6% from $509,071 in June 2021. Now, as I mentioned, that the apartment sector and the row houses, they in both categories have been doing really well because they're more affordable. Most people can buy those houses, where the price increase in detached and semi-detached homes has taken them out of reach for most of the people. In row house category, there were 555 sales, which was an increase of more than 35% compared to June 2021, when we had 411 sales. There were 655 new listings, which was an increase of more than 7% compared to June 2021, when we had 612 new listings. There were 799 units up for sale, a decrease of almost 28% compared to June 2021, when we had 1,102 units up for sale. It just took, on average, about 27 days to sell a row house in Calgary compared to 39 days in June 2021. So, and the average price for row houses was at $353,285, increase of almost 3% from $330,802 in June 2021. As I mentioned, it seems like the sales activity is slowing down, but at the same time, there's not much to choose from. And even though we know that the interest rates are going to make an impact on the market, but because Calgary is a very affordable city, and we are still seeing that people are moving here, and we will see actually what kind of impact it makes on prices in the near future, in the coming months. And if you have any questions about real estate market, please give me a call at 403-689-2345. And if you're thinking to buy or sell real estate, give me a call. I'll be more than happy to assist you. Thank you.